But at some point, you have to say no. We're not going to take this anymore.
Announcing the SAG-AFTRA strike that would commence 12 hours after her remarks, SAG President Fran Drescher gave a rousing speech that's been seen by millions around the world.
This is a moment of history. That is a moment of truth. If we don't stand tall right now, we are all going to be in trouble. We are all going to be in jeopardy of being replaced by machines.
And yesterday, day 12 of the strike, those rousing speeches continued at a rally in New York City, including from the man who knocks.
Please welcome Bryan Cranston.
And I find it very ironic that we are all gathered here today in unity in front of an entity that is run by Disney.
Yeah, the rally was held outside ABC's Times Square studios, which is the home of Good Morning America, and ABC is owned by Disney, and Disney is run by CEO Bob Iger.
We've got a message for Mr. Iger.
Mr. Iger, I think someone's knocking at your door.
I know, sir, that you look through things through a different lens. We don't expect you to understand who we are.
Bryan's direct address to Bob comes after Bob's interview with CNBC on the eve of the actor strike.
It's very disturbing to me. We've talked about disruptive forces on this business and all the challenges that we're facing and the recovery from COVID, which is ongoing. It's not completely back. This is the worst time in the world to add to that disruption.
Which some saw as tone deaf, inspired The Hollywood Reporter to write an article about Bob's terrible, horrible, no good PR week.
But we ask you to hear us, and beyond that, to listen to us.
There's a level of expectation that they have that is just not realistic. And they are adding to a set of challenges that this business is already facing that is, quite frankly, very disruptive.
So they're not being realistic?
No, they're not.
Bryan most recently worked for Disney in the 2020 film The One and Only Ivan.
We will not have you take away our right to work and earn a decent living. And lastly, and most importantly, we will not allow you to take away our dignity.
Jessica Chastain, who was in attendance, included the end of Bryan's speech as part of her Instagram montage of the day.
We are union through and through, all the way to the end. Thank you. God bless you. Stay together. We will win this fight.
These performers were indispensable to the life and the reality of the show.
As Christine Baranski praised the background actors that she worked with on both The Good Wife and The Good Fight, Jessica was in zero dark 30 mode. Look at her, standing behind her. I would not mess with Chastain when she's in that stance. No, I had to mention that. But yeah, Christine's speech was really poignant in that she made it very clear who this good fight is for.
On both shows, I considered these actors my colleagues and part of our creative family. Their contribution to the series' success was indispensable, and I am here today speaking on their behalf. Thank you for showing up, and let's fight the good fight!
Steve Buscemi was humbled to be part of this fight.
Oh my God, I am so honored to be with all of you today. I'm an actor. I love being an actor. I've been fortunate to work with a lot of talented people on this stage. And just by virtue of living in New York and working here for the past 35 years or so, I know I've worked with many of you, and I'm so grateful for what you do.
From the guy who's been doing it for 38 years, actually, Steve, to the Golden Globe winner who's been doing it for a year and a half.
Hi, my name is Rachel Zegler. I'm an actor and I'm a proud member of SAG-AFTRA, and I stand in solidarity with the Writers Guild of America to get better wages for everyone involved. Thank you so much.
I know it's not poor Rachel Zegler. Like, she was blessed to be cast in Spielberg's West Side Story, and now she's in Shazam, and then she's going to be in Snow White. But I mean, man, you gotta feel bad for her a little bit. She's been putting through the ringer in the 2 years that she's been doing this. But Rachel doesn't have it as bad as Mike Massa. The veteran stuntman, who you can get a glimpse of right now in theaters, doing some of the stunts for Harrison Ford in Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, set himself on fire during a SAG-AFTRA rally in Atlanta on Monday. Now that's a fiery speech. What are your thoughts?